Good morning, everyone. Thank you for being here today. Today I am going to talk about 7 pressing questions that boards need to ask, and hopefully this will help you in your board discussions. And for those of you who are new to our channel, we are official channel of a professional certification in the field of cybersecurity. So let's go into the questions now. The first question is, what is our organization's risk appetite? This is a very important question because different organizations have different risk appetites. Some organizations can take more risks than others, and some organizations cannot take any risks at all. So it is important that the board understands where their organization stands when it comes to risk appetite, and also understand that risk appetite is not something that is static. It changes with time and it should be reviewed periodically. The second question is, how does the organization handle third-party risks? Now, third parties are an inherent part of most organizations. They can be vendors, they can be suppliers, they can be partners. The reality is that most organizations today rely on third parties to deliver products or services, and many organizations have a very complex third-party ecosystem. So it is very important for the board to understand how the organization manages third-party risks. Because if there is a security incident with a third party that can impact the organization, can the organization actually recover from that? Is there a contractual obligation on the third party to maintain a certain level of security? So these are things that the board needs to discuss and understand. The third question is, how does the organization handle data privacy and protection of personal data? Now, this is something that is very critical because organizations today collect, use, and store a lot of personal data. And if that data is not handled properly, it can lead to serious security incidents, financial loss. In fact, there are a number of regulations and laws around the world that actually require organizations to protect personal data. So it is very important for the board to understand how the organization handles data privacy, and also what are the processes, policies, and controls that are in place to protect personal data. The fourth question is, does the organization have a clear cybersecurity strategy? Now, cybersecurity is not just a set of IT controls. It's actually a business issue, and therefore, it needs to be addressed from a business perspective. And the board needs to ensure that the organization has a clear cybersecurity strategy that aligns with its overall business strategy. Does the strategy consider the threat landscape? Does it consider the risk appetite of the organization? Is it reviewed and approved by the board? These are some of the things that the board needs to discuss and understand. The fifth question is, what are the key cybersecurity metrics that the organization is tracking? Now, it is very important for the board to understand what are the key performance indicators when it comes to cybersecurity. Is the organization tracking the right metrics? Are these metrics aligned with the cybersecurity strategy? Are they reviewed at the board level? And are they used to drive improvement in the cybersecurity posture of the organization? So these are some of the things that the board needs to discuss and agree upon. The sixth question is, what is the cybersecurity culture within the organization? Now, cybersecurity is everyone's responsibility. It's not just the responsibility of the IT department or the security team. It's the responsibility of everyone in the organization. And therefore, it's very important for the board to understand what is the cybersecurity culture within the organization. Do people at all levels understand the importance of cybersecurity? Are they trained? Are they aware? And do they know what their role is in the overall cybersecurity strategy of the organization? And the last question is, does the organization have the right talent in cybersecurity? Having the right talent is critical for the success of any organization. And the same is true for cybersecurity. Does the organization have the right cybersecurity talent at the right roles? Are these individuals appropriately trained? Do they have the necessary skills and expertise to carry out their roles effectively? And is there a plan for succession so that there is no gap in terms of cybersecurity expertise? So these are some of the critical questions that boards need to ask. By asking these questions, boards can ensure that cybersecurity is on the board agenda and that the organization is taking the right steps to manage its cybersecurity risks. Thank you very much for listening. If you liked this video, please give us a thumbs up and share it with your friends and colleagues. Also, don't forget to subscribe so that you get notified as soon as we publish new videos. Thanks again for being here, and I look forward to seeing you in our next video. Take care. Bye-bye.